National service was a time where everyone's schedule was not their own, and you may not be in a position of privilege where you can bring in anything you want into a military camp. As such, when I volunteered for Singapore Youth for Christ, I had a problem. When I had events that they asked me to play for, I couldn't bring my gear into camp because, number one, I wasn't a high enough rank to bring stuff in just like that. And number two, and more pertinently, I wasn't driving, and these camps would sometimes be very far away from civilization. You okay, Claire? Say hello? Hello!
So I had to borrow gear from Youth for Christ. The plan was simple. I would show up to the event with a change of clothes so that I won't be performing in army uniform. My YFC friends would help me bring the equipment that they had from the YFC storeroom. And so the equipment that I borrowed from YFC was a Marshall AVT 100, which was a solid state amplifier, not a fancy spancy tube amp. And it had a basic palette of effects, which had delay, chorus, reverb. The following clips are performances that I've done with this amplifier and nothing else. I just had the foot controller, which helped me change between clean, crunch, and lead, as well as effects on and off.
Get Justin on the electric guitar!
Kind of think of it, I did have one piece of equipment that I could bring. I did manage to sneak in a Boss volume pedal. It's a passive $50 blue plastic thing. So on the floor, I had two things in front of me. I had the volume pedal to control master volume, as well as swells, as well as the ability to switch channels and effects on-off on the fly. And that was my tone, one Marshall AVT 100. No compressors, no fancy delays, no fancy reverbs, just one amp, one guitar, that's it. I share this story because some of you need to hear, you are not defined by your gear choices. You define the gear. The adage is tested and true that tone is in your fingers. 90% of your sound is from the way you interact with the guitar, not from having a Strymon timeline, not from having a $4,000 overdrive pedal. So here's my personal challenge to you. The next time you're invited to play at, let's say, a jam session or a gig somewhere that has a backline, use the equipment there. Whether that is a Marshall AVT 100 or a Blackstar HT5 or a Line 6 Spider amp, use the equipment there. Learn to tweak a sound that suits you with the equipment that you have. It may not be a 100% match with what you think is good tone, but I can assure you that you will get 90% of your sound just because it's you playing the gear. Remember, you define the gear. The gear doesn't define you.